What's up, Soul Warrior Tribe? Here we are, another Sunday, and you know what time it is. We are here for our spiritual guidance for the week, for the recovery community as a collective. So, I'm LC. I am the founder of Hope and Recovery Network and the host of the Recovery Soul Food podcast and, well, YouTube channel. And this is one of the things that I like to do. I do this for me, and I love to now share it with all of you. Let me give a few announcements before we even start. This is not tarot. I am not a tarot reader, nor am I an astrologer or any of those things. Our angels and guides speak to us in many, many ways. We know it by finding pennies on the ground and feathers and all different things that we see throughout our day. This is simply just a tool for our angels and spirit guides to speak with us through our language and give us advice in ways that we understand, and not having to, just hope that what we find, a penny or feather or whatever it is, hope that, they're with us. Now we can use different tools through different people with the spiritual gifts. This is just a gift I've been blessed with and that I have grown. And we're all blessed with many spiritual gifts. And so you just have to examine what yours is, and you'll be led to it. You have to follow your heart. I didn't come to this overnight. I struggled with this for a long time, just because of different things that I had felt I had been taught, or things that I read that at the time I did not have the spirit to really read and fully understand. I know that this is a gift. So I do it for me. And again, I like to share it with y'all. So if you are tired of listening to me speak and ready to get into our guided angel messages for the week, then I'm LC and I love you. And here we go. All right, here we are. Angel messages for June the 21st through to the 28th. Now, understand and know that messages from our divine, from our angels, from our spirit guides, they're timeless. So really, whenever you see this will be the right time for you. And if you watch this now and then say run across it in a month and watch it then, it'll be time for that too. The messages are timeless. And because, we see linear time. We see time linear, and on the side of spirit and our angelic realm, it's not like that. So, just take it as it resonates. And listen, there's a lot of us. This is a huge collective recovery community. So don't make something fit if it just doesn't. If you don't feel a resonance with the messages that come true, don't just count out the gift, or don't try to make something fit that doesn't. It's not for you. And you can just, there are other people that give angel messages. And so just look them up here on YouTube and wherever you watch this. There's some on Facebook and Instagram. So just seek those people out. It's not for everybody. So for the positive people that are here, that have become a subscriber for this and tune in to watch this every Sunday, I thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you growing all of my platforms. Our LC Recovery Motivation on Facebook, along with Hope and Recovery Network on Facebook. And, we have so much going on. The Recovery Soul Food, all the stuff that we do here on YouTube and this channel, not just readings. We do motivation videos and spiritual awakening videos here. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you are notified every time we put videos up. So without further ado, let's get into this week's angel reading. Thank you all so much. All right, so as usual, I am using the Mystical Wisdom card deck. This is by Gay Guthrie and art by Josephine Wall. Beautiful set of cards. Wonderful, clear messages that come through through them. I love them. You can get them anywhere. You can get them on Amazon, Books A Million, Hobby Lobby, I believe. You can get them pretty much anywhere. They're out there. And one of my favorites, the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And that's the cards we're going to do. I shuffled a little bit, but I didn't do the full shuffle because I like to shuffle until I feel led to stop. That's kind of how we get it. And you already know I draw 3 cards. Where we are collectively, what is the advice from angels and our guides, and what are the action steps. And then we will draw 1 to 3 angel therapy cards to kind of be clear on that. And okay, so here we go. So, if you will, intend your energy just on what, and ask your angels and spirit guides and God to speak to you through this message. Just concentrate on what you are needing, and your questions, if you will. I've already meditated on all of your energies and my own energies. This also, this will be my draw for me too, because, why not? I'm a part of your community. Oh, let me turn this down. I'm a part of the recovery community. So this is for me as well. So if you're like me, if you are a message nerd and spiritually connected like I love to be, go grab your notebook and pencil like I have mine here, and, kind of jot down, because as the week goes, well, we've got something coming out already. Okay. That's interesting. I guess I'll go ahead and show you. Memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. There you go. So, angels, what do you have to say for where we are in our recovery community this week? Where are we as a collective? We'll say that memories card is just a bonus card. We'll see what we get. All right, I'm going to do 2 more of these. If nothing jumps out, then I will do 1 more shuffle and cut and just start to draw. Okay, where are we? We've had this card before. What is the advice? We've had this card before. There is a repeating message going on here, y'all. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck. All right. Okay. So what we pulled out here for our first where we are kind of thing, I think we are in a cross between where we are cherishing memories of loved ones, as well as in that peacock raising of the standards. Because, as we get closer to this spiritual world, as the veil gets thinner, because we are moving into a new age where we are longing for peace and love and light and unity. And that's what needs to be happening in the recovery community. As we are longing for that, as we begin to cherish our loved ones and think on that realm, that more spiritual realm, we automatically begin to, get colorful and raise our standards as we begin to live and go through that. So I can see where that's kind of a dual message. Next, we have the Dragonfly, which is live life to the fullest. This is the season of the Dragonfly, y'all. Look at what just a beautiful card. And look, this dragonfly up here almost kind of resembles a peacock in a way, with the colors and just the different way that it's there. So, there's so much, and it talks about the time we're in. We're in dragonfly season right now. You see them everywhere. Well, I work over on like a beach area. So, I see them a lot. And dragonflies are such beautiful signs of prosperity and new growth and summer season and just so much. I mean, I would urge you to look up the meaning of the dragonfly and what they represent, because listen, nothing here is by accident. Not even you or me. Everything that you see in creation was purposely and divinely created. It has its own way of being, its own way of living and thriving and reproducing and even dying. And so I love to look at the intricacies in nature, in everything created, because it's just so amazing how everything works and how none of it is by chance. Everything has its own meaning. And so, all right. And of course, the third card that we drew up for what would be the action step is your sensuality. Express your sensuality. Now, to me, look, I'm still getting the camera right. To me, that really, really, really represents that vulnerability, because when we are in that place of expressing our sensuality, in the place of being vulnerable together, getting to know ourselves, intimacy, it causes you to be vulnerable. To be intimate is vulnerable. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean sensuality in sexual experiences. What it really, really means in connection, in connecting experiences. And so we've got to be aware of that. All right, at the bottom of the deck, what's kind of leading us off and where I believe I'm feeling we're coming from and moving out of is the place of 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. And you see, as she's bringing the power of love and light, and the rainbow represents unity. It represents all kinds, and that's where we are in the world today. We are looking less at the packages of people and accepting them for the divinity and who they are. And we've come to a place to learn and know that who we are is not our addiction. It's not our mistakes. It's not our job. It's not our poverty or wealth stage. Who we are is a divine expression of God in the earth. And that's God as you understand him. We've got to get to a place, and we are moving into this place where we are coming out of this destructive human traits into a more heaven here on earth, into a more acceptance and place of safety and love. We've got to get there, y'all. We've got to get there. I mean, are we not tired of repeating the same old mistakes, the same old cycles? And we, as the recovery community, we are asked to move up in front of this movement, because who among us can judge the other? And if we are finding ourselves judged, we need to get up quickly and go run to the mirror and remember that we have no right whatsoever to judge anyone. We have all been to the depths of humanity, to the depths of the 7 deadly sins. And we of all people know how important love and unity and forgiveness and breaking free is. And that's what we should be representing in the earth at this time. And we have been charged to do so. That was hard, wasn't it? To do so. We have been charged to do so. That's why it's so passionate and important to me. And a lot of people will see videos like this and they'll judge, oh, that's a tool of the devil. And I can't believe LC. And come on, what can't you believe about LC, man? But what you can see about LC is my divinity. Because I spend my days getting spiritually grounded and connected. because I have discovered that there is freedom in connecting to this, our guided ways, our Holy Spirit, if you will. There is more happiness in relationship than in religiousship. And I came to know that in getting closer to God, and could have only gotten here through my recovery, through I could have only gotten to my transition through this. It was getting closer on this deeper spiritual level that gave me the courage to step up and be who I truly am. And stop caring about what the collective thinks, because no one is there when I am wanting to die. No one is there when I am overdosing and praying not to come back because I don't feel like I can freely be me. You better be who you were designed to be. You better be that. Or else you are going to leave so much here when you go, all the possibilities that you could have had and experienced here. So it doesn't matter what your authenticity is. You don't have to be gay or transgender or bisexual or any of those things. You could be psychic. You could be connecting to the spirit realm. You can be a medium. You can be whatever. You can be disabled and know you've got a voice to speak something, or you can be in recovery and feel that rising in you to speak out and being worried about what other people are going to think. This is your trip around the sun. And even the angels are telling us now, stop being afraid. Change how the collective sees things and you by getting so comfortable knowing you and being your authentic, true self that you get so confident that you don't care what the others think, because you are living heaven on earth. So all that was absolutely longer than I expected, because I still want to read you the book on some of this. So sorry for the long video, but that just came from my soul, y'all. And I believe that you know this about me at this point, like that this is my true passion, and that this is really all I want to do is spread this type of message of unity and peace and acceptance to everyone. But it starts with you. You have to accept you. And you feel your calling. You feel that still small voice. You feel that energy knocking on you, and you keep putting it down because of fear. Because to step out in faith takes courage. And you got it in you. You got it in you. You're thinking too small. You got to broaden your thoughts. You got to open your dreams. You got to awaken to who you are. Beauty comes after that, I guarantee you. All right, let's go ahead and read memories. Let me remember my alphabet. Memories. When you lose someone dear to you, it leaves an everlasting void, and with it, you lose your personal sense of peace. You may be one of the many who believe your loved ones are still around, and you want to strengthen your connection with them. You can do this, as there is more going on behind the veil of God than meets the eye. You will experience visits in many different ways: a familiar smell, a nudge, or a white feather. This is just them saying hello. Everyone has time to return home to heaven. Everyone has a time to return home to heaven, Here's your mantra. My loved ones are well cared for in heaven. My loved ones are well cared for in heaven. That's beautiful. All right, let's read Peacock. Again with the alphabet, LC. All right, raise your standards. The peacock is possibly one of the most exquisitely beautiful creatures of the world's animal kingdom. It is also believed to be the most virtuous and embodies the admired characteristics of integrity and loyalty. Like the peacock, you embody qualities important for friendship and family unity. You are encouraging, selfless, and enrich the lives of everyone you meet. The peacock is also very protective of its young and will provide for and protect them under any circumstance. This card can also be seen as an indicator to better yourself and to raise your standards to be more like the peacock. The mantra for this one is, I love and care for everyone I know. I love and care for everyone I know. I love and care for everyone I know. That's it, y'all. That's it. See, I love the pre-spiel because then it comes out in reality. You know, the peacock, if we move forward in this time, we're moving from that time of destruction into the time of integrity, into this time of loyalty, you know, and loyalty to ourselves as well. Be loyal to your happiness and what is healthy for you. Okay? Let's move on to the dragonfly, as I've taken up so much time with you. But I love it, man. When I get on, I know that I am being spiritually inspired whenever I'm able to speak like that without barely taking a breath. You know, that's when you know. All right, dragonfly, discover your courage. The dragon represents courage, strength, and fortitude because you're going to need that with this integrity. The dragon is victorious in any situation and serves as a powerful guide and guardian in all endeavors. That's us, recovery community. We are here to guide folks coming up and coming in. A surprise is looming for you that will create one of the most wonderful moments of your life. Come on. This is a message of glorious accomplishments that will set the standards for years to come. Congratulations. Mantra. My desire is coming to fruition. I'm going to write that down. My desire is coming to fruition. Look, not everything's going to be easy. And these positive changes that we are trying to make in the world of recovery, in the community, they're not going to be easy to go through. There's always going to be something that presents itself to you to take you out of your integrity, to knock you off of the path of unity. It's going to do that as you're making positive changes in the world. Guess what? There's always an opposing force that's going to try to come and say, oh, yeah, you really want to? Well, I'm going to test you a little bit and see how loyal to this mission and cause you truly are. And so don't get mad when it comes. Get excited because you get to now prove who you are and what you've been called here to do. And the more you dig in and the more you learn from the trials, the more you will triumph when you go through it. And then you share that with others because we're called here for that. You're a world changer, baby. We all are. Oh, gosh. All right. The dragonfly also lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. See what I say? What I say. All right. It's one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Come on. Don't let it be trivialized or lived superficially. You better be your authentic self. That's what you better be. The dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. Here's your mantra for this. I am emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. I am emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. Now, what have we said before? I've talked so many times about this little story, this little mantra that I heard listening to Les Brown. It said, what if, normally around someone's deathbed, their family surrounds them and tells them goodbye and they love them and all this other stuff will miss you. But imagine for a second if on your deathbed, surrounding you were all of the dreams and the missions and visions that had been given to you that you let fear talk you out of taking on. And they said, we came to you and now we have to die with you. Don't be afraid to live your life to the fullest. Don't let your past define you. Don't let your past addiction and the mistakes you made define you. Let them build you. Build your foundation so strong that you come out of here fighting for your dreams and your authentic self. Oh, this excites me. I'm telling you, we are hearing the veil is getting thin, y'all. We are able to connect deeper, with that spiritual guidance. We are able to get in closer relationship with God as the veil is getting thinner. The old programs are being broken away, and that's by the recovery community, because who else has to change the way they think and heal their shadows and heal all that internal pain in their lives just to get through the day? We do. Then what happens? We start to discover that we have the ability to have a relationship with that higher power, that we have powers within us when we are connected to the divine. Whew. It's our mission, y'all. It's our mission. We have been charged to do this. All right, sensuality. Being a sensual person means that you have a heightened sense of awareness for touch, smell, taste, hearing, and feelings. Sensuality plays a big part in your sex life and your overall ability to derive pleasure from life. You like to take advantage of what life has to offer and live with love and passion. You are also eager to experiment in life. You can make great discoveries of mind, body, and spirit, fulfilling your desires and enjoying the ultimate contact with another. Sensuality embodies all of the qualities of self-awareness, including your uniqueness and authenticity within your own comfort zone. Express your sexuality in your own way or rediscover your own vitality. Mantra: I live life to the fullest with passion and love. I'm telling you. Oh, beautiful. Come on, recovery community. You better take your place. Take your place in the battle, y'all. All right. Last thing. This is what we're coming out of. Humanity's destructive traits. 7 deadly sins. Welcome to the world of human nature. The 7 deadly sins are the root of all destructive behavior. Greed and other negative traits drive harmful human activity that impacts the quality of life on Earth, particularly the environment. It is a lack of concern for the preservation of Mother Earth and all these humans' destructive traits that are leading to the devastation of life on this planet. We're not going to let it happen, y'all, and we're coming out of this. What the 7 deadly sins mean: sloth, laziness, being physically and emotionally inactive. Staying the same, y'all. Staying the same, trying to change a problem with the same old mind and the same old actions. Ain't gonna happen. Gluttony, overindulgence in anything to the point of waste. Now, that's anything. That's not just, we got to stop seeing things so literally. It's not just food. That's anything. If you got a whole bunch of love locked up inside of you and you hang on to it and don't give it away and don't give it out, that falls into the same thing. We got to start seeing things from our heart mind and our heart brain, our heart sense. Lust, an intense desire for physical and sexual gratification. That's also not just sexual. That lust comes from, if we are so in deep, wanting money, just lusting after money all the time. Money, 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 money. Gain more things, gain more stuff, lust after anything like that. Greed, excessive pursuit of material possessions and power. We're breaking the power struggle. The power paradigm is being broken down as we speak. We see our country is in an uproar because we're tired of dealing with the powers that be that get to discriminate against us by their own personal choices and feelings. It shouldn't be involved. We're all human beings and we all bleed red no matter what. No matter what. Wrath, extreme feelings of uncontrollable anger. Well, if you've had an anger problem like me, you already know the destruction that takes place just within you and everyone and everything around you when you're living from that place. Envy, discontented or aroused by another's good fortune. Come on. This happens in the recovery community all the time. We can't stand to see each other achieve our dreams and get up, because you know why? It's not because we're evil, mean people. It's not because people are evil and mean, but it's because whenever someone shows you their envy of another's success, it's because they're coming from a lack mindset. They're so afraid that there's not going to be enough for them that they get angry and want to try to tear another person down instead of congratulating them and allowing them to open a door for them. I mean, that's a human trait to fall into envy, but I'm going to tell you, when you fix that lack mindset and you start to change your mindset into abundance and faith, knowing that you are called for your own path, and it may resemble that person's path, but it's not the same. They can't give what you can, and you can't give what they can. And if you have been called to it, you will be provided for to get to it. So it's about faith, and it's not about the other person. And we don't have any business tearing down how they got there. That's not our business. It will be exposed if it was wrong. And again, that's for karma. That's for God. That's not for us. And when we get caught in those things, once again, it's a great indication of us needing to work on our lack mindset. Ask ourselves why. You see? Pride, excessive self-love, and arrogance. Now, I don't like that this says self-love. I think that we all know that it means something completely different. Excessive self-love is more like narcissism versus self-love. And when they use words that are, interchangeable right there, we get, it lends us to those old beliefs of, well, if I love myself, then I'm being arrogant. No, that's not the thing. You got to love yourself from a pure heart to even ever know how to love another. But we all know the difference between self-love and narcissism. Someone that's always about me, me, me. Look at me. I'll be friends with you for what I can get. What can you do for me? Me, me, me. Hey, everybody, look at me. I made this, 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 and this, and I'm all that. No, if you created something amazing, then it's the divine through you. You know what I mean? That gift was given to you through divinity, however you see that. So it's not always about needing to be celebrated. And, but that pride, also pride can get in our way. And let me tell you, when we are being led to ask for help and we don't out of pride, we all know what pride is. We know when we need help and don't ask for help because we're afraid of what somebody's going to think, or we just want to do it all by ourselves. We all know that's destructive, especially in recovery. We know how destructive that can be. All right, y'all. I am hopefully only going to pull one angel card here because I believe that these messages are loud and clear. I believe they put us in position to have an amazing week. I believe that, a lot of us are thinking of people that we have lost, that we are cherishing, the memories of them. I think that there are some questions. I know I've been this way the last few days because I've really been missing my granny and pawpaw, And the more spiritually awakened and open that I get, the more I would like to know if they are communicating with me. Are they around me? Can I feel them, and different things. And so that's been on my mind for a lot this past week, especially the last few days. So, like I said, these messages are just as much for me as they are for you. I've always done this. Well, not always. I mean, I've been on this path like 2 years. I started doing this about a year ago. But with my messages, to a lot of you, many times they have come, straight from spirit, because I'll ask, like, what do they need to know? All right, jumping out here. Singing and dancing. That's an angel card, singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. You know how it is when you get that good song and you start to move. You got to shake up those energy centers in you. That sacral sensuality chakra that is between your root and your belly button. Right there is where your sensuality comes from. And, just start shaking that up and moving around and enjoy, something that makes you feel good and happy through your senses, and connect there with dance. You really start to awaken the body, and you awaken your spirit, and you just feel good, and feeling good's the answer, y'all. We know that. All right. And at the end of the bottom of the deck, this is a great, great, great way to end this reading. Thank you, angels, all the time. Be willing to forgive. This is what truly helps us let go of a lot of those destructive lower energies. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Guys, look, you don't have to be afraid to pray for your angels to help you. We pray for the Holy Spirit to help us. The Holy Spirit embodies everything spiritual, and it is at our fingertips. All we have to do is ask. Stop being afraid. God doesn't expect you to have it all together. It's the last thing. God knows more than anyone. He's your creator, that you're not going to have it all together, and wants us to reach out and ask for help in everything. You don't have to sit down with some thee thou prayer and let it be this big drawn out deal. Ask for help all throughout your day. And just small little questions. God, help me with this. I need your strength. Angels, come through and guide me through these situations. I need your wisdom. It's okay. All right, I'm going to read the book on these two. Let me read Singing and Dancing, then Be Willing to Forgive, and I'm going to let you get back to your Sunday. All right. The angels send you this card because they see the need for creative expression and balance of work and play. Singing and dancing are powerful ways to open your creative channels and feel the freedom of fully expressing yourself. You'll realize hidden talents and boost your self-confidence with these activities, because musical expression is your soul's means of connecting with the physical realm. You'll also gain a greater sense of the divinity within yourself. Many women discover their inner goddess through artistic forms of dancing, such as belly or hula dance. Here's your action steps. In a room where you won't be interrupted, turn down the lights and turn on your favorite music. Sway to the music, allowing yourself to move in any way that you'd like. Let your body lead the dance without planning or thinking about your movements. Sing along with the song while you enjoy dancing in free-form expression. Come on, y'all. Don't feel funny. Don't feel funny, fellas. Don't feel funny. Don't feel funny. You got to shake your booty, too. We got to shake it up now. Shake it up. Get in there with your woman, or get in there with your partner and get to shaking and shake up and connect. Connect with divine and each other. All right, be willing to forgive. I think that is what pulls this whole thing together, and the ways that you start to, get to these places in your thought life and your emotional life, and the freedom that you need to really heal and become recovered, not always in recovery. Because let me tell you something, shatter the lie that once an addict, always an addict. Shatter that shiz, man. It's not true. If you label yourself that way, you will limit yourself. So remember, labels limit. The angels are trying to help you with the topic of your question by urging you to heal anger related to your past experiences and relationships. This old anger has become a barrier to attracting your desires, as well as a magnet that attracts similar situations to your side. This is a very important message, and your little bit of willingness to forgive is all that's required. You don't need to forgive the action that occurred in your past. You simply need to be willing to allow the angels to help you clear away the toxic poison of unforgiveness from your heart and mind. In this regard, you're trading pain for peace. The benefits of forgiveness include increased peace of mind, renewed energy, and the ability to focus. Action steps. In a quiet location or while falling asleep, say the following either out loud or silently. The angels hear your thoughts. Archangel Raphael, I call upon you now. I am willing to forgive. Add the name of person, organization, or situation, and release all stored up anger from my physical, mental, and emotional bodies. I am willing to release pain in exchange for peace. Then breathe in and out deeply, which enables you to be open to Raphael's loving and powerful cleansing process. Repeat this step as necessary. If you ever find yourself ruminating about anger or resentment, meaning just go back to this. You feel it again, go back to this. All right? This is going to be an amazing week if you decide that that's how you want it to be. Now, I'm not saying it will not come with its own trials and tribulations, but once you remember and remind yourself that you are not only going through it, but you are growing through it, and you have a divine destiny on the other side, it makes whatever you're going through even more beneficial. And once you start adopting to do things within your integrity, to become that loyal human being to the betterment of humanity, not just recovery, but humanity as a whole. Once you realize that you deserve to raise your standards, that you can let go of anger and things that weigh you down, that you can live life to the fullest and you can achieve your desired outcomes, and that you learn to be vulnerable and express yourself, being very careful to know and understand your own human destructive traits so that you can flip those things around and become the authentic you that you were designed to be. The freedom and the peace that you open your life up to is like no other. I'm living proof of that. Balled up in complete anger, hiding from the world who I truly was, thinking it would never be able to happen for me, that I didn't have the strength, that I would steep myself in addiction and escape until I just left the earth, hoping the next life would be better. But I had a divine mission to do, and that's to be here with all of you, to be a conduit and between you and our angelic realm and myself and the angelic realm and the divine realm, and to spread love, light, unity, and positivity in a world that is so desperate for it in every corner of humanity. Guys, you know I love you. I appreciate you helping me grow this message right here on Recovery Soul Food, over on LC Recovery Motivation on Facebook, and Hope and Recovery Network on Facebook and Instagram. You all just really, really, really give me so much to keep pushing for, and I want to thank you for that. You are absolutely a part of my daily gratitude list, and you will remain that way. I am always sending you love, light, and positivity. I know you're receiving it, so throw it back. Guys, I love you. I'll see you for Motivation Monday live on LC Recovery Motivation at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right. Let's get up and go get our day. So until then, be beautiful, stay blessed, and know that you are limitless. Bye. I love you.